Alright, turnaround time today. We're going to learn some turnarounds. We're going to do turnarounds in the key of A. Um, turnarounds usually are used when you're coming to bar 9, then 10. That's the 5 chord, then the 4 chord. Then 11 and 12 is when the turnaround is placed and used. It's used in a blues. We're going to do blues turnarounds. There's, you have jazz turnarounds and so on and so on. We're going to do stereotypical blues turnarounds today. Again, the key of A. So this turnaround we're going to look at sounds like this. What I'm doing is I'm crawling up the 1 chord and going and blowing down chromatically down to the 5 chord, which would be E. A would be the 1 chord, E would be the 5 chord. And I have this this one note, this A note, always ringing. So this A note will be on the D string, 7th fret. I'll just move this down so you can see it. So I'm going to go D string, 7th fret, and then I'm going to take my first finger, put it on the 4th fret on the A string. So I'm going to play the triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So we're going to go 4, 7, 4, then 5, 7, 4, excuse me, 6, 7, sorry, let's try it again. 4, 7, 4, 5, 7, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7. Alright, so we have 4, 4, 7, 4, 5, 7, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7. Fingering I'm using is first finger again, moved up to the 5th fret. I'm using second finger. You could use your third. I don't like using my 3rd fret. And then I'm using my 3rd finger. So we have. Now I'm going to go backwards with it. Then I'm going to go on the A string, 7th fret on the A string, 7th fret on D string, 7th fret on the A string again, 6th fret on the A string, 6th fret on the A string, 7th fret on the D string, 6, then 5 on the A string, 7th fret on the D string, 5, and then, okay, so we have. Okay, and that's where it would work in a blues or something. Alright. Now we can also, if you're playing lead guitar, and that's usually I would use that for a rhythm. That first one. But if I'm playing some lead guitar and I want to maybe insert a turnaround in my lead playing, well, I just move that up an octave. So what I'm doing is putting my pinky on the 5th fret on a high E string, and then my first finger will be on the B string, 2nd fret. I'm going to play 2nd fret, 5th fret, 2nd fret. Move my first finger up to the 3rd fret on the B string. So I have 3rd fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret. And then I'm going to take my 2nd finger, put on the 4th fret. So it'll be on the 4th fret on the B string, 5th fret, 4th fret, and then the 5th fret on the B string. So I have. Alright. Then I'm going to go backwards. So So I'm going to go 5 on the B string, 5 on the high E string, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, then 2. That 5 is always constant, so we have 5, 5, 5, 5 on the B string, 5 on the high E string, 5 on the B string, 4 on the B string, 5 on the high E string, 4 on the B string, 3 on the B string, 5 on the high E string, 4, and then 2. So 2 on the B string. So we have all right. So that would work in the key of A. So if I was like playing, then or going, then so that would work on also when you're playing some lead stuff. Another one is more of a descending one with a chord turnaround at the end. So what I'm doing here is, again, it's in the key of A, all right, and we're going to go first finger on the D string, 7th fret, and then my pinky on the 10th fret on the A string, and I'm going 10, 7, 10, all right? I don't know if you can see that. I'm going 10 on the A string and 7 on the D string, and then back to 10 on the A string. Right? Then I'm going to go walk it down. We're going to go 9 on the A string, and then 7 on the D string, 9 on the A string again. Then 8 on the A string, 7 on the D string, and then 8 on the A string, and then I'm going to just play 7. And then we're going to play an F9 chord to an E9 chord. I'll show you how that chord looks in a second. So we have so again 10 on the A string, 7 on the D string, 10 on the A string, 9 on the A string, 7 on the D string, then back to 9 on the A string, 8 on the A string, 7 on the D string, and then 7. Now this turnaround chord, you're going to go F9, F9 to E9. F9 chord is like an F7 chord with a 9th degree added to it. This is a common voicing. How I play this voicing is I take my first finger, put it on the 8th fret on the A string. My first and then my second finger is going to go on the 8th fret on the A string. My first finger is going to go on the 7th fret on the D string, and my third finger is going to go on the G string 8th fret, and then my pinky is going to go on the B string 8th fret. Now I can play it like that with those 4 fingers if I don't want to do that. What I can do is I can have my third finger bar across the B and G string on the 8th fret. So again, second finger 8th fret on the A string, first finger 7th fret on the D string, third finger third finger on the 8th fret on the G string, and pinky on the 8th fret on the B string. And what I do is I just take that chord and I just shift. It's a movable shape, so I shift it down 1 fret. So now my second finger's on the 7th fret, and this is the E9 now. We just came from the F9. 7th fret on the A string. First finger will be 6th fret on the D string. Third finger will be the G string 7th fret, and pinky will be B string 7th fret. All right, so we have this. All right, that is another turnaround. Here's another classic one in the key of A. Kind of one you'd hear from a ZZ Top song, I think, Jesus Left Chicago. But I think Robert Johnson did this one. I think that's where it comes from. Not too sure on that. And what I'm doing is I'm taking my pinky and putting it on the 5th fret on the high E string, and then I'm taking my third finger and I'm putting it on the D string, 5th fret. So I'm going to play D string, 5th fret, high E string, D string. I'm going to take my second finger and put it on the 4th fret on the D string, and then the high E string on the 5th fret, and back to the 4th fret. 3rd fret on the D string, high E string, and then 2nd fret on the D string, high E string on the 5th fret. Okay, so we have, and I could actually go there, or I can go here, but we won't worry about that. Let's use this one for now, without getting too overwhelmed with too much information. So yeah, over a blues. See how they kind of work. There's the 5 chord. And then or and then or you can see where they all kind of work over top of a blues in the key of A. So there's some cool turnarounds for you. Hope that helps, and if you have any questions, just ask and I'll gladly answer them anytime. Bye now.